Hello there. Welcome to another episode of Electric Sheep. Without any further delay, let's get to the story titled Get Up.
Get up. We marched through shells and impact pulses. The enemy knew exactly how to fight us. They hit us hard. You got back on your feet. They hit you even harder. You stayed down and tried to recover. They concentrated fire directly on you. They would have loved to kill us, but the technology kept us alive. Regeneration tanks in our blood. Nanomachines rebuilding flesh faster than artillery could tear it apart. No, the enemy knew something worse. It was easier to break a soldier than kill one. Once you were broken, they captured you. You regenerated a few dozen times, a few hundred. Eventually people surrendered, not because they were cowards, because they wanted the trauma to stop. I understood. I could feel myself reaching my limit. Boom! An impact pulse slammed into my chest. I hit the ground. Boom! Another blast launched me upward. I was still airborne when a third shot struck. The world spun. Then gravity took over. I smashed back into the battlefield. Everything hurt. Then the motivator crackled over the comms. Get going, soldier. I staggered upright. 3 steps. Boom! Hard reset. Blackout. I woke face down in the mud. The motivator was still talking. I couldn't understand it. The words sounded distant and warped. Then my ears regenerated. The static cleared. I heard it perfectly. Get up! A pause. Get up! And somehow I was standing. I was moving. Then I was running. My rifle barked back at the enemy. The rounds sparked harmlessly against the giant mechs advancing through the smoke. I wasn't hurting them. I wasn't even annoying them. But I kept moving. 300 feet to the teleport extraction zone. 200. The sky burned white. 100. The ground shook. 50. 25. I could see the beacon. I could see home. Boom. I went down. Hard. The world turned red. Warning symbols flooded my vision. I tried to move. Nothing. I was done. Absolutely done. I couldn't go on. It hurt too much. Everything hurt too much. I wanted to lie there. Just for a minute. Just for a second. Just long enough for the fear to stop. Just long enough for the pain to stop. Then the enemy artillery found me. Boom, 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 boom. The ground vanished beneath me. Everything became fire. The next thing I remember, I was standing inside the teleport zone. I don't remember getting up. I don't remember crawling. I don't remember stuffing my guts back inside my body. I don't remember crossing the last 25 feet. I only remember hearing a click inside my skull. The motivator direct neural interface activated. The voice bypassed my ears entirely. It spoke directly into my thoughts. Click. Your ears might not work, but you meatball. You need to pull yourself together and get up. Something inside me snapped back into place. Not courage. Not hope. Momentum. The simple refusal to stay down. The teleport field began to charge. Enemy fire hammered the perimeter. Soldiers appeared around me. Missing arms, missing legs, burned skin, broken bones already knitting themselves together. Every one of them standing. Every one of them shaking. Every one of them exhausted beyond words. But standing. The motivator spoke to all of us. Good news, soldiers. The artillery continued to fall. The mechs kept advancing. The teleport field climbed toward activation. What? Someone groaned. The motivator answered, You're not dead. A few tired laughs escaped through broken teeth. The voice continued, And until you're dead, your job remains exactly the same. The teleport field reached full charge. The enemy closed in. The motivator's final words echoed through our minds. Get up! The light consumed us, and moments later we were back at the front.
Well, I really liked that the way that story turned out. It was pretty close to what I wrote, but then ChatGPT kind of did its own thing at the end there. I didn't have any scenes after making it to the teleporter. That was the end of my version of the story. But Chat GPT decided to have the motivator doing more than just motivating, and I don't know, kind of celebrating or at least acknowledging the uh, the partial victory there, or celebrating the fact that the soldiers were alive, or at least acknowledging the fact that they were alive. But then it also gave the motivator more more of a potentially a sinister air, that it's just this thing that pushes you back into the fire kind of thing, where I just had it as kind of this thing that motivates you to survive, but here it's talking about like, well, you do your job until you die, and I was thinking of the motivator as being like a machine that does not want you to die, and that should be emphasized. But I didn't mind the way it turned out. It just changed it a little bit. Maybe it made it felt like a little bit darker sci-fi. I mean, we don't know a lot what's happening with this war. We don't know if these soldiers were drafted or volunteered. A lot of things can change the context. We don't know if they're the good guys. Just because the guys shooting at them are using mechs doesn't mean that perhaps they are actually on the defensive, and perhaps they are the ones being invaded. Who knows? Who knows? We don't have a lot to go on. Yeah. But if you have any, words to say about the story, or suggestions on future stories, feel free to leave a comment. I appreciate all my comments. I appreciate all my viewers. I'm Captain Canada, Joseph Arthur Roszell. I want to thank you for watching. I want to wish you all luck in the world. I love you, and I want you to remember that suicide is never, ever the answer. Peace out for now, and stay tuned.